Everybody, yeah, it's fucking Saturday, yeah, it's too damn early, but I have to say that Young Justice is back, hooray! All right, we're back, guys. We're back. We've came a long way. We came a long way. It's been a long time coming. The anticipation for the return of Young Justice is back on. And let's just take a moment to breathe it in, because it's been so long. So let's just give it a moment before we start this review. Let's give it a moment. All right, let's talk. Now, episode 19, entitled Misplaced, is one of those episodes where it takes you through a lot. It takes you through a lot of emotions. A lot of emotion. You're happy, you laugh a little bit, you cry, you're sad, you're angry, you're pissed off. But overall, it was an amazing way to bring back this TV show that we love. It was great to see him back. It felt so long. Did y'all feel like it felt like I haven't seen him in years? And man, when I saw it come back on screen and stuff, just had little goosebumps. And this episode was amazing. Like I said, it took a lot out of you. It demanded so much of you, and you had to pay attention because this episode's plot it can get confusing, so you can't miss it. All right, you can't go to the bathroom if you haven't watched this episode. Don't go to the bathroom now. You need to take your pee and all that. You need to do that before you watch it, because you gotta see everything, and you have to pay attention. You gotta be smart. You gotta be quick, because it demands a lot out of you, and that's what I like in a TV show, and that's what it delivered today. Now, the episode's plot starts off simple. Like, all the most powerful sorcerers, they come back to cause some mayhem. And the way they do this is they make all the adults disappear. All right, they make all the adults disappear, and now it's just all the teens, all the young kids and the teens. Like, if you're not at 18, then you're not an adult. So Roy, he was gone too. All right, Red Arrow, he was gone because he's 18. So all of them disappeared. So now it's up to the Young Justice team with Zatanna to try to figure out what's going on. But who's there to help? Billy Batson, aka Captain Marvel. And the reason he didn't disappear is because out of everybody, he hasn't made, really. All right, he really does. He's boy. He can be a young boy, or he can be a grown ass man. He can be Billy Batson, or he can be Captain Marvel, and that's what I like. And he had his moment. This was his episode, and it was Zatanna's episode. It was their episode to just shine, and a lot of character development. And man, Billy, man, I love that kid, man. That kid, like, when he first tries to figure out, and he's like on his little secret mission, and he's top secret, and he's running, talking in the third person, say Billy Batson, is gonna save the day, and it's up to Billy Batson. I was like, you go, young chap, I love ya. And poor Billy, man, when he tries to get back into the cave and stuff, and they the little operator or whatever, the little machine won't let him in because he's still in boy form, and he tries to override it, and it shuts him down. I felt sad for the little kid. I was like, man, that's just adorable. It's cute, and you gotta love him. Like, he's becoming one of my favorite characters just to watch on the Young Justice TV series. Now, another plot that really got to me, and the plot that was the real main plot that really tugged on my heart, was the father and daughter relationship. Because in the beginning of the episode, you see that Zatanna, he's still struggling with the fact that his only child, and his only child happens to be a girl, and for a father, that's even harder, because that's your baby right there. If you got an only child and you're a man, and you got a girl, that's your baby, and you want to protect her. And he's struggling with the fact that she's growing up, she's becoming a young woman, and he doesn't want to let her go. He doesn't want her to join the team because he doesn't want her to be in danger. And you really feel for him. And she's kind of upset with the fact that he's not letting her grow up and just explore and make mistakes. And that's just that's what I like about this show, because it brings the real life world into it. You know, it doesn't take the writers don't take their viewers stupid, because this happens in real world. You know, my father, he did it with my little sister. He was very protective of her. He wouldn't let her do anything. And I know a lot of dads that don't let their daughters do anything because they're so protective. And you just feel for them and you understand both sides. So I really like that about this episode. Now, like I said, the plot starts off simple, and you know it ends up getting a little complicated, because when it went on commercial, it kind of went back to like the very beginning. So I was like, did they restart the episode or something? But it told the story in the adult's point of view, which I liked, and you find out that it's two universe, like the sorcerers, they made an alternate universe where one is only like adults and no kids, and the other is kids and no adults. So I like that, and I like to see both sides of the point of view. And I like how they went back and forth. Like you have Batman, who's kind of like the leader of, you know, of the Justice League, and he's talking. And you have Aqualad, who's like the leader of the Young Justice team, and they're talking, and they're discussing like the plan and what they're trying to do. So I really like that part of this episode, and I thought it was very creative, and it was very original for the writers to do. Now, you know, the last like 10 minutes of this episode was just a nail biter. It had my heart racing, and I was just nervous doing that. I was a nervous wreck, because, you know, you see that they kind of figure out a plan, and on both sides in both universe, they kind of figure out a plan. And Zatanna, she has the Dr. Fate helmet, and she puts it on. You know, she's like the girl version of Dr. Fate, which I thought was pretty cool. And but I was like, no, because now she can't come back, and because, you know, Dr. Faden already let two people go. He ain't gonna let no third person go. So I was like, man, it's over for her, man. It's over for her. And so I was just getting, it was getting crazy. And then when, you know, Billy told Zatanna about it and all that, you know, he was freaking out. So it was getting really crazy, and everybody was getting nervous. I know I was. I don't know about you, but I was. And you know, once they defeat the bad guys and stuff, you're still stuck with the hardest part is, you know, now you got to say, okay, now she can't leave now. We know this. It's intended she can't leave, because, you know, Dr. Fate's not going to do it. And Zatar says, yo, Dr. Fate, let my daughter go. And he says, no. And I say, you motherfucker. You asshole. Excuse my French, but you... And I was like, no, no, no. And it was just getting crazy. And I was like, damn, man, that sucks, man. And he ends up, Zatanna ends up, you know, striking a deal with Dr. Fate, and says, you know, she's young, you know, she's young. She hasn't really, you know, lived her life and stuff. And I'm older, I'm more developed, I'm more stronger, and my body can take your power. So he ends up, you know, switching places with his daughter, and that was just very heartfelt and just very good, because that's what a father does. You know, he has to sacrifice himself for his daughter, and you know, any real father would do that, and that's what I liked about it. And like I said, man, that just last like couple scenes, just, you know, it got on me. It got him under my little, you know, platypus skin. So I like this episode a lot. You know, now that Zatanna is now officially on the team, I like to say, you know, welcome, girl. We can't wait to see what you offer, because I know we're going to see a lot of good things from her, and I'm glad she's on the team. It was a long time coming, and now we're going to see a lot more development of her character, because now she's got to go through the fact that she doesn't have a father or anything no more, and you know, now I think her relationship with Robin can kind of blossom, because they can kind of go through kind of the same thing, because, you know, he doesn't really have a family except for Batman, but you know what I'm talking about. He doesn't really have a family, and they can kind of bond. And you saw, like, when he was putting her stuff up in the room, he kind of looked back when she wanted to be alone, and you kind of felt that he felt her pain. So I can't wait to see their relationship grow. Overall, it was an excellent way to bring back Young Justice. I thought it was very good. Please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. I have my new video, my new Let's Talk Young Justice. Please, after you watch this, go watch Let's Talk Young Justice. I'll put a little bubble thingy right here or down there or on both of them. And if you want to be a part of the next week's episode of Let's Talk Young Justice, which I will do every Friday before Young Justice, which comes on Saturday. If you want to be a part of Let's Talk Young Justice, send me questions. If you want to do video questions, because I'll usually take like 2 to 3 video questions, please send me a video question. I encourage you to send me a video question talking about Young Justice, and we have a good time. I put you in. I say nice things about you, and I answer your questions the best way I can. So, like I said, like this video, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you thought. And as always, guys, thank you very much. This is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.